Welcome to the Red V TV show, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season, as we continue our build-up to the new campaign, and with 17 days to go, Kevin.
It's our number 17. It's Iggy Paasi. And Iggy is sponsored by Halton and St Helens Voluntary and Community Action.
He is indeed, Kevin. It's good to get into the 17 at last, isn't it?
It is. It is. It feels like we've been toiling away at these, picking away at them, getting through. So getting into the top 17, a good milestone for us.
Yes, and it nearly took another half an hour to get his graphic up.
that'll pad out another 5 minutes.
Halton and St Helens Voluntary and Community Action provide advice, information and development support services to voluntary, community, not-for-profit and faith organisations and volunteers in the boroughs of St Helens and Halton.
That was very St Helens of you.
It was.
Yeah, hands across the border into Cheshire, into leafy Cheshire, like me.
After 90 years at the heart of the community, they understand its unique dynamics, needs and characteristics, Kevin.
Just like me.
And their job is to support, connect and champion members to deliver their missions with resourcefulness and resilience. Right, yeah, enough of that. Well done. Right, Iggy Paasi. This is a big year for Iggy. Final year of his deal. The first one where he's had a full pre-season over the last couple of years. Obviously, he went into last pre-season still returning from that really bad knee injury. And this is the first time he's probably had a chance to get his body right while playing rugby.
Yeah, I think you're right with the big season. Um, it's a tough one because he's a quarter player. So he's wearing 17. He needs to be in that 17 every week. With his injury, you're hoping that it's not taken too much away from him. And as you say, because it's the last year of his deal, whether it's another year with us or a year somewhere else or 2 years somewhere else, whatever he sees his future as, he's got to be playing for it, which hopefully Saints will reap the benefits from. But as I say, it's a big season for Iggy because when you've got young, hungry props internally at the club who are looking to make their mark, as well as Saints probably, and rightly so, doing due diligence on other players outside of the club, he needs to put performances in. Whether Saints are even considering giving him another year, I'm not sure. And I'll let other people have their opinion on that as well.
Why, Kev? You're here for an opinion. Now, I feel he looked older towards the end of the season as, listen, age comes to everyone. The question I'm going to ask you then, does Iggy play better when he's heavier than when he's trying to be more mobile?
I think he brings something different when he's heavier. I know I bang on about having different props for different things. And I think he brings something a little bit different. He has got a bit of an offload in his game. We all remember Mori Fasavalu coming off the bench and starting to skittle people and keeping that intensity up. And I feel that's kind of the mold that Iggy was brought in as, rather than a starting prop. Yeah, I think he probably does play better when he's on the heavier side, rather than being light and mobile. And do we need another light mobile prop because we've already got Matty Lees? I'm not calling them light as such or lightweight or anything like that, but you've got more mobile props in Matty Lees, in George Delaney, in Jake Wingfield. I don't think we need a fourth one of them.
No, we don't need Iggy to be a ball handling prop. We just need him to take the ball, go straight hard, and carry men forward.
Yeah, and stay on his feet. Take two or three tacklers with him.
And tire them out.
Meters after exactly what I was going to say. Tire them out. Yeah.
Um, Obviously, as you referred to, the likes of Noah Stevens not coming through are going to keep Iggy on his toes. Noah's obviously going to be pushing Iggy for that place in the 17, but equally, it could equally benefit Iggy as well, like we talk about, not having to overly slog the props, and it gives them time to have a breather here and there. And maybe it's a case of not necessarily replace, it's a case of they work together.
Yes, yeah, probably so. Yeah, I'm going to go back to me thing of does he get a contract next year? I think Saints will be looking at it from a point of view of what has he still got to offer us, looking at his age, looking at the people coming through pushing him. Um, and you look, he turned 33 in November. It's whether we want to get the average age of the squad down. And I tend to lean to the side that this will probably be Iggy's last year in a red V, because when you've got a quarter player taking taking up one of them spots, you need someone who we're talking about Iggy being kept on his toes by younger props coming through. For me, one of the your quarter players needs to be in the 17 every week
Yeah,
and
and
guaranteed 17 every week.
yeah, and you worry at a prop who'll be 34 the start of next season. You've already got Alex Walmsley contracted for next year. You can't have too many old props in the
Yeah,
team. And with Alex already being retained for the next couple of years, I just feel this probably will be Iggy's swan song in the Red V this year. But equally, if Iggy's ambition is to play on post this season, there is other teams in and around the area who may well have an interest in him, and it's up to him to show early in the year and as we go through that he's worth a deal somewhere, whether it be at Saints or there.
yeah, definitely. I think obviously he missed the Morgan Nose testimonial game, which listen, injuries are picked up, and you don't put people into those situations of playing them in a trial game, a preseason game, if you don't need to. But that just says to me you've got to be ready by round one, because then you might be coming back into the team rounds three, four, five. The season's already underway. You've got to get yourself up to speed then, because we started with Jake Wingfield at prop. Is that where we're seeing him a little bit more now? Was it just a thing of you're going to work in the middle and get a load of minutes in there? Um, I just I want to obviously want to see Iggy playing well and maintaining his place in the 17 if he deserves it. I obviously do, but it's going to be a big ask if he starts missing a couple of weeks early in the season.
Yeah, obviously, when he missed the testimony at the weekend, Paul Wellens said he's carrying a bit of an injury. The hoping it's non-surgical, which or it is non-surgical. Sorry, not hoping it's non-surgical, and they're hoping he'll be back for round one. But it sounds touch and go, and it makes me wonder whether that was why potentially Noah Stevens got really big minutes in the preseason friendly in case Iggy's not ready. So Noah's got that preparedness to step straight in.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why Jake Wingfield gets big minutes. I think it's why Noah gets big minutes. 100% to get him match ready, get him more sharp for the start of the season. I know we're still 3 weeks away, or we were at the time of the game 3 weeks away from the big start to the season, but I can't. It's got to be in the thinking that if Iggy's not going to be ready, you've got to have Noah ready, you've got to have Jake ready, and they might be fighting it out for a spot in the 17 ahead of him.
Right, that's number 17, Iggy Paasi, done and dusted. We'll be back tomorrow for another player preview. Catch you soon.